Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about Nikon Z5 that has become just my favorite camera, like full frame camera to start with if you're on a budget. And why do I say so? Like the cheapest camera on the market, the full frame camera on the market is Canon RP, but Nikon Z5 or Nikon Z5 has become like way better since the initial launch. I had like a full review of that camera on my channel, so if you're interested in that, just click on the link above. But from that time on, Nikon Z5 have seen some firmware upgrades and some new lenses came out and some price drop is reality right now. So for a little more than $100 you can buy Nikon Z5 instead of Canon RP, and this camera is way better than Canon RP. Why do I say so? Well, let's talk about ergonomics. Ergonomically, this camera is fantastic. It's not the newest one on the market, but it holds up very well. So you have very comfortable grip, a lot of buttons to customize, dual slots for SD cards, same speed, no problems at all, so it can be used as a professional camera, while Canon RP does only have one slot. When it comes to battery life, or again, like Nikon Z5 excels. So it's way better than Canon RP that dies very soon, so you have to have a lot of battery packs to keep you going whole day long. Nikon Z5 is much better in that sense. So it does have great ergonomics, way better battery life, dual slots for SD cards, so fantastic camera for the price. Now let's talk about the functions that we have available here. In case of Nikon Z5, you have image stabilization, in-body image stabilization, 5-axis in-body image stabilization, 5 EV. So it's not the best on the market. If you want the best on the market, Panasonic will be your choice. But it is good enough for a lot of people. So it's great for photography. As you can see, like photos with this image stabilization on are sharp, no problems at all. It works perfectly fine. But mostly filmmakers will appreciate image stabilization, and handheld shots made with 35mm 1.4 Nikon lens and this body with image stabilization on are very good, are very stable, and the difference is huge. So when it comes to Canon RP, no image stabilization. Of course you have digital image stabilization, but it works in my opinion very poorly. So if you want good image stabilization, better turn it off and stabilize Canon RP's recordings in post-production, while here you can have it in body and you have a very stable footage. Much better. Another thing that the Nikon Z5 is to me better than Canon RP is autofocus system. In laboratory, people will tell you, Canon RP focuses faster with its dual pixel autofocus system, and that's kind of true, but only kind of true because since firmware upgrades, and there have been many firmware upgrades to this camera, AF performs really well. Eye detection is performing very good, and you can easily switch between one face and the other by using this joystick on the back side of the camera, and that works just great. Speed, I don't know, to me it's fast enough, but most importantly it's reliable enough. So in case of Canon, it can be easily distracted by the background, by something moving behind your model, or even when you're filming, it can start to pump and surge for your eye while your eye is clearly visible, while Nikon Z5 does not do that. So it's also a great choice for YouTubers that wants something on a budget. Well, besides the monitor, but there are external monitors out there, fortunately enough. Anyways, talking about filming, you have 4K, unfortunately 30 frames per second only, unfortunately with crop, but the quality of the image is very good, as you can see for yourself. You have also 1080p at 60 frames per second. Not very much in love with this slow-mo. It's it would be great to see 120 frames per second, but it's okay. You also have profile that is called flat. It's not a log profile, but it's a flat profile. So if you want some post-production on top of your recordings, then you're good to go. Nothing super professional, super fancy, but it's 8-bit, we have to remember. So internally, that's what you have, and it is good enough for many people. Like if you want to shoot weddings, if you want to shoot some like corporate videos, this camera should perform very well, and colors out of this camera are beautiful, and you can see for yourself the samples out of this camera. I love taking photos with Nikon. It feels great and the colors are nice, and this system just performs very well. Let's talk about downsides. To me, the downside is higher ISO or like low light situations. To me, it's safe to use it up to 3200 ISO. Above that, it's becoming quite noisy, as you can see for yourself. But the good point is that this noise is pretty even, so very easy to remove in post. You don't have this crazy, corners with like this like colorful noise. It is even, easy to remove in post, but you have to remember it's there. So overall, we're getting a great package for just, like a little more than $100 more than Canon RP, but we're getting a way better camera that does have all the features, that does have better monitor, better EVF, dual slots for cards, better battery life, and in-body image stabilization. To me, it's a no-brainer if you're looking for something cheap, and most importantly, since the initial release of Z5, lenses are now available to more people. What I'm saying is, like, before, lenses were super expensive. I mean, native lenses. Now you have a whole lineup of Viltrox on Nikon Z mount, which is great because I love Viltrox lenses. If you're afraid of these Chinese lenses, don't be afraid, because they are making great lenses, and I've been using them for many years and they do not fail. But you also have 35mm and 50mm 1.4 that are native like system lenses, and designed by Nikon and made for Nikon, maybe by Tamron, I don't know, but you know what I mean. There are zoom lenses that are those are designed by Tamron, by the way, but there are zoom lenses that are affordable and they are native with Nikon logo on top. So if you want to have everything in one system, that is a big advantage right now, because before I was like, you buy Nikon, but then you're stuck with super expensive Nikon lenses or just Viltrox. Now you have choice from both. You have like 50mm 1.4, 35mm 1.4, you have Viltrox lenses, so you can build some nice system around this body, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. I hope you guys enjoyed my 2025 review of Nikon Z5. If you did, please leave thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, and I see you guys in the next recording. Cheers.